One of the big innovations, in fact, we're seeing at CES is a wave of new products and services that leverage the power of embedded wireless. Mobile is changing the way people connect, compute, and take command of their health and fitness, their safety, and all aspects of their lives. This is particularly apparent in emerging countries where mobile is helping to drive innovation and fuel dramatic growth. That's why we're so delighted to have Dr. Paul Jacobs join us here tonight as a keynote speaker for our Technology in Emerging Countries program. Paul is the chairman and CEO of Qualcomm, the world's leader in 3G and next-generation mobile technologies. For more than a quarter of a century, Qualcomm has been pushing the envelope in the field of mobile by pioneering wireless breakthroughs that have changed the world. Today, they're the #1 supplier of silicon for wireless, and their technology is integral to the vast majority of 3G devices worldwide. Shortly after completing his PhD in electrical engineering at the University of California, Berkeley, Paul joined Qualcomm's digital signal processor software team. And over the course of the next 2 decades, he distinguished himself as an innovative leader of a broad range of technical teams, spearheading the development of numerous mobile technology breakthroughs, architecting a unique business model that catalyzed the growth of an entire industry, and earning more than 40 patents along the way. Widely regarded as a preeminent thought leader in the field of mobile, Paul is an industry visionary with a long history of making big bets on the right ideas. Paul was among the first to recognize that people would want to use their mobile phones for more than just talking and texting. His passion inspired the creation of one of the world's first commercial smartphones and the inclusion of GPS capabilities in mobile phones. Under his leadership, Qualcomm pioneered the concept of downloading applications over the internet and over the air. To nurture that idea, they created an entire ecosystem which made it easier for software developers to innovate for mobile, and which ultimately led to the launch of the world's first large-scale app store. Imagine that. Paul was named chairman of Qualcomm in 2009, and he is a key architect of Qualcomm's strategic vision. He leads the combined efforts of more than 22,000 employees in 172 locations around the world. He's received numerous awards for his leadership and vision, including being ranked in the top 20 on Fortune's 2011 Business Person of the Year list. Also in 2011, the National Committee on American Foreign Policy honored Paul with the Global Business Leadership Award for his role in improving the way people communicate and how they live. And in just a few moments, he will begin sharing his unique insights on how all around the world, mobile is helping people move. here.
How hot was that? You know, I got one of these devices. Maybe we should see whether we can make this thing work.
I'd love to try it.
All right, check it out.
What should I do?
Just tap it and let's see whether they go. Here for the internationally renowned dance crew, Jabbawockeez. I can't promise this is going to help us dance like that, but want to go try and check it out backstage?
Yeah, I could use one of these for my home. Thanks.
All right.
Awesome.
You try that out. I'm going to see some moves later.
Okay.
All right, Gary Shapiro, everyone. Good morning. I really appreciate everybody getting up so early to be here. You know, it is Vegas, right? And see a couple of you guys in the front row. You might have had a tough night last night, or anyways. We are really proud to be here to be part of this important industry event. And as Gary mentioned, Qualcomm's been in the consumer electronics business for more than a quarter century. And we're creating the mobile technologies that connect your phones, your tablets, your e-readers, and really a growing list of other electronic devices. And those technologies also power the wireless networks. They connect you to the mobile internet and do much, much more. And our mission really is to continually push the boundaries of what's possible in mobile. Now, if you look back, during our last fiscal year, we invested approximately $3 billion in research and development. And that's fueled a lot of innovation and enabled our partners to build a steady flow of exciting devices, apps, and services. And those investments really help drive the 3G revolution. Today, our innovations are laying the groundwork for the next generation of 4G networks, products, and services. To give you kind of a sense of the scale of our business, we've shipped more than 7 billion chipsets worldwide. And that's for both high and low-end devices. And that makes us the #1 supplier of silicon for wireless. Now, the industries and the customers we serve, including device manufacturers, network operators, app developers, and content publishers, have really helped make mobile the largest technology platform in history. That's no hype. There are more than 6 billion cellular connections worldwide. And about 1.5 billion of those are already 3G mobile broadband. So whether you live in an emerging country or in a developed region, there's a pretty good chance that mobile is already an integral part of your life. So here's kind of an interesting fact. Most people look at their phones about 150 times a day. That's about once every 6.5 minutes of every waking hour. So tell me the truth out there. How many of you guys have been looking at your phone since I got on stage? Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. You guys keep playing with them because unlike most speakers, I am good with that. You just keep going. You know, it's totally clear to me that mobile creates this kind of new, more personal relationship between people and technology. And it's changed the way we socialize, read, listen to music, and access the internet. And it's really transforming business models, and even more importantly, it's creating new ones. For example, 1.2 billion people access news on their mobile device. That's more than all people who pay for cable, and 3 times more than the circulation of all newspapers. There are now more than 1 million mobile applications from that word game, you know, that put a certain celebrity in the news, to things like life-saving apps that can monitor our every heartbeat. And it's true that consumer demand is completely unprecedented. I mean, in 2011, global revenues for the wireless industry reached approximately $1.3 trillion, which is almost 2% of global GDP. We really couldn't be more excited about the opportunities that we see ahead of us. I mean, that all consumer electronics companies are either already in the mobile business or they soon will be. This is a revolution. I mean, the internet did change the world, but mobile is having an even greater impact. We now expect and demand instant access to all of our information and entertainment, no waiting, no matter where we are. I mean, it is absolutely the case. Mobile life is becoming, or modern life is becoming mobile-centric. And nowhere is this more relevant than in emerging countries, which now represent 8% of the world's population. So we see these shifting global dynamics, and they really represent a tremendous opportunity. These markets, they're expected to contribute over 50% of global GDP by 2014. So in emerging countries, we believe that mobile will be one of, if not the biggest driver of innovation and growth in the years ahead. So let's take China, for example. They're going to pass 1 billion mobile connections in the next quarter of this year. It's already the world's largest mobile marketplace. And about 2/3 of all internet users there now access the web via their mobile phones. So if you think about it, that's more than 300 million people, which, you know, if you compare that to the United States, that's about as many people as live in the US. In India, last quarter, mobile broadband connections surpassed traditional fixed connections. And really, if you look at what's going on in India, that's just getting started. And in Indonesia, internet cafes, they're starting to actually see a hit to their business because their customers are accessing the internet on their mobile devices instead. And as Gary said, you know, in the Middle East, we've seen mobile devices are being used to fight oppression and launch revolutions. And that's just today. I mean, there is so much more growth on the horizon. More than 1.4 billion new 3G connections are expected in the emerging regions over the next 4 years. So mobile is a force for change. It transforms lives, it changes the way we communicate and the way we access information and entertainment that matters to us most. And no matter what their culture, language, or geography, people want to be connected. And when they use mobile to find and send information, they really become citizens of a larger world, a much richer world.
As well as coordinates we need to find the right places. The results are amazing. If all of our fishermen had mobile phones like these, I really think our community would grow. And I think our people would have better lives.
I used to be sick a lot. I had trouble breathing. I would have blackouts. I couldn't do anything physical. I just couldn't have a normal life. My doctor ran tests and discovered that I had a heart problem, so he gave me a special wristband. It takes pictures of my heartbeat. Then my phone sends the info to the medical center. And if I have a problem with my heart, the doctor from the call center will call me right away. I now have more control over my life.
I use tablet a lot for studying. It's smaller than the book, we use tablets to chat with each other. I still use it for fun and everything. It can make the study very efficient, so I can learn lots of things in little time. It's really impressive. Well, sometimes I put some music so I can read it while I'm playing without using, paper. Maybe I will be a musician when I grow up.
My name is He Fang, and I live in Beijing, China.
I'm Josh Outside, I'm creative director here in New York.
My name is Adriano. I am 15 years old and live in São Paulo.
My name is Panier Servan. I live in a village called Piram Patinam. I'm a fisherman.
As we've just seen, mobile is transforming lives everywhere. It's an empowering force, and if you want to learn a little bit more about the 4 people that you just saw in the video, I encourage you to just go to qualcomm.com/CES. And those kind of stories are what really inspire us at Qualcomm, and we are committed to extending the benefits of mobile to people everywhere. One of the ways that we do that is through our Wireless Reach initiative. So we've been working with partners in both the public and private sectors, and we've launched 73 projects in 31 countries. What these projects do is they really harness the power of wireless for social good. So they improve education, healthcare, the environment, or they promote entrepreneurship. And I'm going to tell you about one example, which is our work with the Grameen Foundation. And they're championing the concept of mobile microfinance. This is to really promote entrepreneurship in some of the world's poorest regions. So with Grameen, we launched the Rumah Entrepreneur Mobile Micro-Franchising Program, which helps impoverished women in Indonesia become business owners. Okay, so here's how it works. A woman entrepreneur goes and purchases a prepackaged kit and includes a mobile phone. They use a microfinance loan to do that, and that helps them launch their own business. So they then share that phone with their neighbors, and they charge for the minutes that are used. What's really interesting, though, is that the program initially started out with entrepreneurs selling voice minutes to consumers who couldn't afford a phone, but the penetration of mobile phones increased so much since the start of the project that we really had to add data services to it to help sustain the business model. So now these entrepreneurs have access to applications that are really specially designed to help a low-income person improve their lives and their livelihoods. The results have been absolutely dramatic. There are over 9,000 Rumah entrepreneurs serving approximately 1 million customers. About 47% of those who stay in the program for more than 4 months have doubled their income. More than 85% of the businesses are owned by women. And even better, 100% of them are profitable. Now, one of the driving forces behind the Grameen Foundation is Dr. Muhammad Yunus. He's the founder of the Grameen Bank and chairman of the Yunus Center. And for his humanitarian efforts, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006. So he's got a brief message for us.
Hi, my greetings to all of you. I wish I could attend the conference with you. It's a very important conference. Qualcomm and Grameen Foundation have been working together for a long time. Grameen Foundation has been working to help poor people overcome their poverty, to bringing microfinance to people, particularly poor women in many, many countries. They are doing excellent work, and I'm very happy that Qualcomm has joined hands with Grameen Foundation, because together they can make that mission come true very soon, very effectively, very efficiently. And that's where this wireless reach initiative is very important, how the poor problems of the poor people can be resolved more effectively, more faster than we have ever done before.
was referenced by Dr. Yunus, it's really just one example of mobile's ability to improve lives. For many people, mobile's the primary way that they connect to the internet. But for some, particularly in emerging countries, it's the only way. And making these kind of connections possible are tiny slices of silicon, which are the digital brains inside mobile devices. The Qualcomm Snapdragon is the most advanced and the first all-in-one mobile processor on the market. It integrates a blazing fast central processing unit, a graphics processing unit for outstanding visuals, high-end video and audio capability, and all the wireless technologies you need for seamless connectivity, including 3G and 4G and Wi-Fi. In addition to that, for location-based services, Snapdragon supports both GPS and a newer satellite location system called GLONASS. What that does is that increases the number of satellites that can be used to find a position. It also has a bunch of other cool technology enablers, such as augmented reality. And if you look at it, traditionally that kind of functionality required multiple separate chips. But with Snapdragon processors, the parts come together seamlessly on a single, power-efficient piece of silicon. So other wireless chips can sacrifice capabilities or performance or battery life, but only Snapdragon processors take that compromise out of the mobile experience. It's really about doing more and recharging less, no matter how you use your phone. Snapdragon processors now power more than 300 devices worldwide, and about 350 more are now in development, and that includes both very high-end and low-end products. And our goal is to really enable better phones for every market for the best price possible. So, as part of this effort, we're proud to support the broadest range of mobile operating systems in the industry. Let's take Android, for example. When we've been working with Google and others, we really played an integral role in bringing the first Android-based smartphones to market. And as a result of our early investments in this platform, more than 30 manufacturers have launched more than 250 device models running Android and using Qualcomm's chips. And one area where our Snapdragon processor is creating a lot of buzz is in the mobile gaming sector. So we're working very closely with the top gaming companies to help them take advantage of Snapdragon's impressive capabilities. So to help show you which games work best, we recently launched an app called Game Command, and what you use that for, it highlights the games that are really optimized for Snapdragon. It's a free download in the Android marketplace. So to learn more about Snapdragon, we hope you'll come by our booth. World champion mixed martial arts fighter Alistair Overeem will be there. He's going to be playing this game called Fight Game Heroes, running on Snapdragon. Now here's the cool thing, he's actually going to go head-to-head against some mobile industry execs. So I know, you guys are thinking, okay, how can this corporate type stand a chance against a pro fighter in a game that features him as one of the main characters? I mean, that's probably a pretty tough challenge. So I'm going to let you in on here. So we're going to try and slip Alistair a non-Snapdragon device to slow him down.
Now you know I won't be using any non-Snapdragon device.
All right, hey, no problem. I mean, you do whatever you want, you know?
So for all you people, it's game on at the Qualcomm booth today at 2. Come to the booth so you can see how fast I am. I'm going to be there Wednesday at 2, today at 2, Wednesday at 2, and Thursday at noon. I'm challenging you all.
All of them?
All of you.
At once?
All of you. To see how good I am. It's Fight Game Heroes like you've never seen before. Snapdragon delivers an amazing gaming experience.
Hey, Alistair. I just wanted to say congratulations. You had an amazing win over Brock Lesnar. And right here in Las Vegas. Awesome.
Thanks, man.
Thank you very much. How about a hand for Alistair over here? 313. I don't think you guys are going to want to miss any of this. So in addition to gaming, we're working with our Android partners on many fronts, including making it easier for them to create more affordable mobile devices, particularly in emerging countries, by offering them reference designs, which is essentially a blueprint which those manufacturers can use as a starting point for creating their own smart devices. So those reference designs, they reduce development costs and help manufacturers focus on the value-add features that make their smartphones stand out. And why is this important? Because in about 3 years from now, in 2015, approximately half of all smartphones are expected to ship to emerging countries, and obviously those markets tend to be more price sensitive. Handset manufacturers see the opportunity, and they are really diving into this sub-$150 smartphone category. Now, software developers, they're also embracing that growing mobile space. So they would talk a little bit about Microsoft. We're playing a leadership role with Microsoft's Windows Phone OS. In fact, every Windows phone on the market today is powered by Snapdragon processors. I don't know whether everyone was aware of that. And one of our key partners, Nokia, is leveraging the power of Windows Phone OS in their new phone lineup. So we are delighted to have their CEO join us here today. Please join me in welcoming Stephen Elon.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you for inviting us here today. You know, over the last year, we have been working in close partnership with Qualcomm as we focus on rapidly delivering new products to consumers around the world. About a year ago, we announced a shift in the Nokia company strategy. One element of our strategy supports what Paul has shared about the opportunities in growth in emerging markets. Specifically, the first key pillar of our strategy is focused on growing our lower-priced mobile phones business by connecting the next billion people to the internet. We believe for many people, their mobile phone will be their first experience with the internet. Data and content from the internet will play a critical role in improving people's lives. For example, in Brazil, we are helping researchers track sources of water. In India, we are providing mobile information that helps female entrepreneurs set up businesses. And in China, Indonesia, India, and Nigeria, our mobile phones are providing valuable health information to women. And we can push this even further. With our scale and scope across our platforms, we provide our developers and partners with global opportunities. Today, Nokia facilitates hundreds of millions of downloads a month in 190 countries. We have more people on the ground in markets around the world helping local developers build applications for their local world as well as for the world at large. And we are helping global developers engage in opportunities that are outside of their traditional borders. Nokia is a gateway to the world, and it is this reach and capacity that we are now extending to the Windows Phone platform. As part of the second pillar of Nokia's strategy, we made a bold decision to shift our smartphone strategy to Windows Phone because we believed it represented an opportunity to deliver an alternative to the patterns that are becoming all too common among the other ecosystems. In short, we saw the opportunity to differentiate. And you have seen the first results. In October, we introduced the Lumia 710 and the Lumia 800. The first real Windows phones that properly marry the hardware, the software, and the services. Nokia Lumia has opened the Windows Phone gateway to the world. We're in the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Austria, and the Netherlands. We've expanded to Hong Kong, India, Russia, Singapore, Taiwan, and South Korea. And yesterday, here at CES, we announced our plans to extend our reach to North America. T-Mobile will start selling the Lumia 710 on January 11th, providing the perfect device to appeal to the 150 million Americans still to make the transition to smartphones. The Nokia Lumia 800 will also arrive in Microsoft retail and online stores in February, and will launch the 710 and the 800 with Rogers and Telus in Canada, respectively. So, a lot of exciting things going on, but perhaps most exciting, yesterday we announced the new Nokia Lumia 900, something we're doing in partnership and exclusively with AT&T for the American market. The 900 will be available in black and cyan. It's got a beautiful 4.3-inch AMOLED clear black display for rich, bright images, both indoors and under bright lights or outdoors under the sun. It has faster connection speeds because we've targeted AT&T's cutting-edge 4G LTE network. And it's got a long-lasting 1830 milliamp hour battery, so you can enjoy a rich media experience all day. Like all Lumia devices, it's sleek on the outside, and its head-turning design is winning awards. But there's so much more still ahead. There's no question we have more to go as we enter into certain new markets immediately ahead. That includes markets like China, India, we've just entered, Australia. You see a lot more still ahead. So, as we look forward, there's a lot of excitement that we have to do. The message I leave with you today, Nokia understands developed markets. Nokia also understands the emerging markets. And together with our partner Qualcomm, we are developing the products that will meet the unique needs of different markets around the world. And we will offer developers and partners in North America a gateway to the rest of the world. Thank you very much.
Customers with you.
No, you have time.
All right, here we go. So, we've just seen some outstanding Windows Phone devices that will appeal to a broad range of consumers, and we're really proud of our leadership with this operating system. Our latest Snapdragon chipsets, the S4 series, are going to set the bar even higher though. So with S4, your smartphone or tablet becomes a mobile home theater with 1080p high-definition 3D video and Dolby 7.1 surround sound. The graphics are totally lifelike. They are absolutely spectacular. Now, the Snapdragon S4 will drive the next generation of smart devices, and we don't mean just phones. This platform is going to be powering your TV, your ultra-compact notebook, and all the other products that you need to enjoy your favorite apps, music, videos, and social networks. Devices based on our latest Snapdragon S4 processors will come to market early this year. And there's like 20 manufacturers right now with more than 70 designs in the pipeline. Now, for those of you who attended last night's keynote, you heard Microsoft's really extreme excitement about the types of PCs and experiences that Windows 8 is going to enable, and also about their commitment to supporting ARM and Snapdragon for the much anticipated Windows 8 operating system. And that is going to be a really exciting new opportunity for our S4 chip to flex its muscles. So, I think we all know, until recently, Windows OS has been powered by x86 processors. But the next generation of Windows will also be supported by ARM chipset technology that powers billions of mobile devices. And that is a game changer. Windows 8 is Windows reimagined. And together with the Snapdragon S4 processor, it's going to enable PCs that will turn on instantly and they're always connected to the network and the cloud. So what will happen is your emails and your contact info, your social media, and all these other Metro-style apps, all those things that you need to know, they're going to be kept up to date all the time. And importantly, it's going to do that while preserving battery life. So your next PC will deliver an always-on promise, and that is something that we in the mobile industry know a lot about. Windows 8 is a great match for Snapdragon because we are designing our processors from the ground up with the notion of connected standby use cases in mind. And so our leadership with Snapdragon is really enabling us to work together with PC manufacturers to deliver the lightest and thinnest PCs that are always on. They run all day on a single charge. So last night, Microsoft demonstrated Windows 8 and Metro-style apps running on ARM. But today, for the first time ever, you're going to see Windows 8 running on Snapdragon S4 and Windows 8 natively connected to an LTE network. So those are both first. And I have to say thanks a lot to AT&T for collaborating with us on this demo because they let us use their LTE network. So I'm going to just walk over here and just show you this is our development platform for Snapdragon and Windows 8. And I'm not going to go into great detail because those guys did their demos, but you probably saw all this, scrolling back and forth and pinching down and back and all this stuff. And I can bring the charms out. And then, so you see AT&T is on there. Tap on AT&T. And then mobile broadband, I touch that, and see it said LTE. And then, if I go here, I can show you Windows Explorer or Internet Explorer. Of course, with the Snapdragon, I got to show that, right? And then coming down, you can see there's other websites on there, and there's, pinch and zoom. So all the kinds of things that you expect, that's running on an ARM processor. And by the way, no fan. So connectivity, and now we're extending that collaboration. So we have the world's first Android-based, Snapdragon-enabled smart TV. And it's being released in one of the hottest, most cutting-edge consumer electronics markets in the world, China. And we have it here today. So to tell us more, please welcome Senior Vice President of Lenovo and President of the Mobile Internet and Digital Home Group, Lu Jun.
Good morning, everyone. We are stepping into a new era of cloud computing. Traditional devices are replaced by the new smart devices, like smartphones, smart TVs, and tablets. Lenovo believes that all these new devices will be connected and powered by the cloud. Last year, we took a bold move establishing this mobile internet and digital home business group. We are transforming Lenovo from a leading personal computer company to a leading personal internet device company. We have a shared vision with Qualcomm. Last year, we brought you the world's first Snapdragon-based tablet. This year, we are bringing you the world's first Snapdragon-based smart TV, the Lenovo Smart TV. So powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon and Asus technology, the Lenovo Smart TV will differentiate us through three key features. It has a smart UI, high quality video on demand, and a high performance application platform. Let's see this smart UI in action. From the main menu, traditional TV, VOD, and the internet applications are easy to find. And we have designed a gesture input remote controller. The slide makes it easy to switch screens.
Wow.
In the VOD function, we put recommended content and the live movie trailers on the main menu. You can reach your favorite with a single click. And you don't need a keyboard. We have an integrated voice control into the remote to make input and navigation easier. Let's watch the demo. Ocean. So go to the word, search, and play the video. Picture quality is fantastic. Android 4.0 for our smart TV to leverage its existing ecosystem. Based on the powerful Snapdragon dual-core 1.5G processor, the Lenovo Smart TV can run not only the light applications like the educational applications, SNS, and the and the multimedia playback, but also can run the heavy applications like the console quality games. Let's take a look at the racing game. So normally this kind of a game, you must play with the game console. It's asked for very, very strong processing.
Yeah, the Bahamas, but this ain't vacation. You'll have
So you can see the graphics are dynamic, and the experience is lively. We need to improve the level. So what we have seen today is just a start. So with our strategic partnership with Qualcomm, we will bring more breakthrough products to the market. Thank you.
I think everybody was pretty excited about it, so thanks for joining us. So you're going to be able to see that TV and other examples at Qualcomm's Connected Home exhibit here at CES. And to give you a little incentive to visit us there, I'm pleased to announce the Qualcomm Digital Life giveaway. So I hope you'll drop by the booth and enter our drawing for the chance to win one of 50 Snapdragon smartphones or a Digital Life package. We're giving away one smartphone per hour during exhibit hours, and there's a grand prize Digital Life package for 4 winners, which is one per day, that's valued at about $5,000. And the package includes some cool products from our partners, including a tablet, the T-Mobile Springboard with Google, some great home networking equipment from Qualcomm and Theros partners, and a 60-inch LED TV from Sony. So please come to the exhibit to find out more, and I got to give you a little legal disclaimer because the lawyers asked me to tell you that the contest is only open to people in the United States. Sorry about that. But in any case, we've been talking this morning about the potential of mobile to be a force for change and to improve the quality of our lives. Another area that I really want to touch on is the field of education, because mobile can advance learning by extending education beyond the physical confines of the classroom. So smartphones and tablets allow students to access academic content from home, really no matter where in the world home is. They can also communicate with their teachers and teach each other in new ways. We think that the e-reader is going to be the next smart device to revolutionize the classroom. I mean, if you think about it, it'd be awesome if we could eliminate the need for students to lug around like those heavy, backpacks full of textbooks. And also, if you think about it, just imagine, the learning experience can be so much better if we have lifelike, interactive demonstrations that are embedded into an e-book. So we believe that to be truly effective to students, the e-readers must deliver both text and video. They got to be usable indoors and out, and they ought to be able to work without having to recharge every day. So our Mirasol display technology addresses these issues. It uses far less power than traditional screens, which extends battery life. It's easily viewable in sunlight, and basically the way it works, it uses what's called biomimicry, which replicates the way a butterfly wings create color. And it's this reflective process that's found in nature that saves power and obviously allows for superb outdoor viewing. So we launched the first e-reader featuring Mirasol in South Korea in November. But I'm pleased to debut for you here today a brand new Mirasol e-reader from our friends at Hanban in China. And we're really excited about this purpose-built reading device because it's going to be able to advance learning in China. So let's take a look at it.
Wow.
We're just going to go through a few things. This thing's called the Hanban C18 e-reader. You can see it's super thin, it's lighter than a paperback book. It boasts 150,000 titles and more than 100 Chinese newspapers. And thanks to Mirasol, now more than 90% of their content's in color. So I think you'll agree, it looks awesome now. Actually running video on an e-reader display. And that will look just as good, if not better, outdoors in bright sunlight. So this e-reader is going to be available next month in China. Now, that's just one example about how mobile can contribute to the classroom in the future. And we really are going to need more bold solutions and new ways of thinking, and that's particularly true in emerging countries where the gap between the haves and the have-nots is often so great. In India, for example, 100 million children lack adequate schools. And that problem is so big that even with funding in place, it would take many years to build enough brick-and-mortar schools to deal with the crisis. So giving these students access to mobile education tools will be an affordable part of that solution. It's something that can be done now versus waiting for years to build out traditional infrastructure. And one organization that's been tremendously successful in terms of embracing cutting-edge technologies to enrich children's lives is Sesame Workshop. And they've been at this for more than 40 years. And as we heard from Microsoft last night, they're working with Sesame Workshop to innovate new types of interactive experiences for TV. Qualcomm's partnered with Sesame Workshop India on an exciting initiative to help an at-risk population of children in the New Delhi area. And that thing's called Golly Golly Simpson. And what it does is it helps prepare kids for school by delivering educational material to their mobile phones. Now we got a new project with Sesame Workshop, and it's leveraging our augmented reality platform that we call Viewphoria. And what that does is it uses the camera in your cell phone or your tablet as an electronic eye that sees what the user sees, and then uses 3D graphics to overlay virtual objects on top of the real-world objects displayed on the screen. Now this platform is the first platform to recognize and bring to life 3D objects. So we already have over 17,000 registered developers using Viewphoria from around the world. It's supported on more than 400 smartphone and tablet models, and it's been used to create more than 300 Android and iOS applications. But instead of just talking about it, why don't we see how Sesame Workshop's using it? So please join me in welcoming Sesame Workshop's President and CEO, Mel Ming.
Thank you, Paul. Working at Sesame Street, I never know what my day is going to go like. Whether it's going to be watching TV with 3-year-olds, or meeting with Elmo, or looking at a room of sample products that are funny, furry, and educational. I'm relieved, though, to be in a room today with tech-savvy adults. And I know many of you are out there texting even right now. I understand. It's a wireless world. Sesame Workshop has a long history of utilizing innovative technology to deliver education content to children and their families. Through a research-based approach, unique partnerships, and the zany fun Muppets, our offerings reflect a deep understanding of children's developmental needs and the best ways to address those needs. Qualcomm's Euphoria offers an exciting new dimension to mobile experiences. We're working together with Qualcomm to maximize learning on this platform. Now, to help me show you just how this collaboration works, here's Dave Glover and Rover Monster.
Content Innovation Lab at Sesame Workshop, and Grover and I are here to show you this brand new Sesame Street playset. Check it out.
Hold it. A playset?
Yeah.
I thought we were announcing my new innovation, the smart egg meter.
Boy, I don't know anything about that, Grover. Okay, how about we show everyone this playset first, and then when we're done, you can talk about your egg meter.
Davey, you are a fair man.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, let us do that.
Okay, so, playset. As you all can see, we have a bunch of Sesame Street play pieces. This is the living room rug in Bert and Ernie's apartment. Check it out.
Very nice.
Yes. And this is our pal, Ernie.
Oh, I see. Ernie has a new shirt. Very innovative, Davey. I see why we're at CES.
Thank you, Grover. But there is one more very important piece to this playset. Do you want to tell everyone?
Is it me? Is it me?
No, Grover, it's a tablet, Grover.
A tablet?
Yep.
Davey, I think all these people have seen Angry Birds before.
I think you're right, Grover, but we're not going to be playing Angry Birds because we're going to be doing this. Check it out, guys. So I'm just going to point the camera right at Ernie and watch what happens.
Ooh, it's me, your old pal Ernie. Hey, put another Sesame Street friend in here with me.
Got it, Grover. All right, here's our Bert play piece. We're just going to add it to the living room here. And everyone ready for the tablet? Here we go.
Ooh, it's me, your old pal Ernie. Oh, look, it's Bert. Hiya, Bert.
Oh, hi, Ernie. It's great to see you. Nice room.
Put something in the room that Bert and I can watch. Go ahead.
Oh, I do not believe that this is so cool.
You know it, Grover. Our tablet is making our playset come to life. So we're doing something brand new with augmented reality. Euphoria technology is recognizing multiple 3D play pieces, and it's transforming them into intelligent toys. Toys that know what a child is doing, and, yes, Grover.
Ernie said he wanted something to watch. Come on.
Okay, well, why don't you choose something? We've got a bunch of stuff here.
How about the TV? That is a nice thing to watch.
I think so, too. We'll add the TV to the living room. Here's our TV play piece. And get ready for the tablet, Grover.
Okay. Oh, a TV. I hope it gets the Pigeon Channel. Mamma mia, pizza. Oh, I love pizza. And one.
Oh, this is hilarious. Grover's the worst waiter I've ever seen. Sorry, Grover.
The pizza was very slippery.
Oh boy. Okay, why don't we play with something else, Grover? We've got this very cool looking jukebox. And we have an equally cool looking potty.
Yeah, I think we all know what the potty does, David. Let's just try the jukebox.
Okie doke, here's our jukebox. And Grover, I think you're gonna like this one.
Yeah?
Here comes the tablet.
I learned this move from Robert Buck.
Watch me do the front chorus. Do like it.
Nice answer, Grover.
Oh, thank you.
Raise
You're
our
welcome.
roof. Oh, wait, we don't have a roof.
We have a roof. Let's raise it, David. Raise the roof with me.
Guys, so at the workshop, we spend a lot of time watching kids play. And we know that kids like to play with playsets, and they can learn by playing with playsets.
I love to play with playsets.
Play helps develop language skills. It develops social skills. It encourages a child's creativity, and it builds their imagination. When we add a tablet, we have the potential to make play more fun and more educational. Guys, we think that this is a brand new kind of user experience, one that combines a child's personal toys with a magic window that makes those toys come to life.
Oh, this is all very impressive.
Oh, thank you, Grover. So, Egg Beater.
Ah, yes, well, this turned out to be a tough act to follow, but here goes. Coming, third quarter of fiscal 2017. It is not your grandmother's egg beater. It is the Smart Egg Beater.
What's it do?
It beats eggs and meats fast, of course.
Awesome, Grover. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Grover. Thank you. Thank you, Mom.
Thanks for joining us. I gotta say, Grover's a bit of a tough act to follow. But I'm gonna try. Augmented reality is really starting to pop up everywhere, especially in advertising and marketing. And as you just saw, we're really working hard to drive AR to the next level. So while some of today's advanced AR technologies can recognize a single flat image, Qualcomm's is the first to recognize multiple 3D objects simultaneously. And it works at any angle at the full 360 degrees. Okay, so let's take another look at another area where mobile is improving lives, healthcare. We're really working hard to develop new wireless tools, devices, sensors, and services that are helping people interact with their healthcare providers and manage their own wellness. This is making healthcare more accessible and more affordable. One of the investments that we're making is with our new Qualcomm Lite division, which recently launched our TuneNet health platform and hub. What this thing is, it's an innovative health solution that can capture and deliver medical data to nearly any medical portal or database from just about any wireless device location. That's really just one example of what we're doing. We're also investing $100 million into a wireless health fund to help catalyze new ideas in this field. Now today, we're fortunate to have somebody with us who is one of the world's leading authorities on the use of technologies in medicine. Dr. Eric Topol is a renowned researcher and cardiologist. In his most recent book, The Creative Destruction of Medicine, predicts that digital technologies, supercharged by mobile, will catalyze what he describes as the biggest shakeup in the history of medicine. So let's welcome Chief Academic Officer of Scripps Health, Dr. Eric Topol. Great to have you with us, and I hear that your new book, The Creative Destruction of Medicine, is being released today here at CES.
Very excited, very excited. The reason I did the book, the reason I'm here at CES is because we're ready for a consumer healthcare revolution. The digital infrastructure that you've done at Qualcomm, the whole digital world, is finally ready to invade medicine, that cocoon of medicine. And so we've got some great devices, first-of-a-kind devices to show any naysayers or non-believers that we're moving in the right direction.
All right, let's check it out.
Okay, the first one is, as a cardiologist, kind of amazing, be able to see your cardiogram, patient's cardiogram, on your smartphone.
Yeah.
And so I just pull out my phone. This is a case that has two sensors on the back. You just make a circuit with your heart. And so it's called the Alive Core. It was invented by a cardiologist, Dr. David Alpert. And it's really pretty darn remarkable because you can get this cardiogram. I use it in clinic now all the time for my patients instead of a regular cardiogram.
Yeah.
But you see, I just put this on here and then put my fingers on the back, and you should hopefully see on the camera my cardiogram. Hey.
Now I heard you use this for something amazing.
Yeah, what's really kind of interesting is, you know, when you take it, then you can then just send it to your Facebook friends or your doctor.
What do you use for Facebook?
What I didn't anticipate that you're alluding to, Paul, is that I was on a cross-country flight, and they call for a doctor on the plane for a passenger in the back.
Yeah.
What I didn't know is that this person's having chest pain. That could be a lot of different things. But with this phone, I can make a diagnosis of a significant heart attack, which led to an emergency landing, and unfortunately the fellow did very well. But who would ever have thought that having a cardiogram on a smartphone could do something like that?
Another life saved by mobile technology.
Just begin a diagnosis. And by the way, you have a little credit card, you can just put it in your wallet. It does the same thing. And this is the kind of thing where consumers, if they're dizzy, lightheaded, they have atrial fibrillation, which millions of people do, they can just take this out, send it to their doctor, or send it to get an automatic detection. Okay, now we go from just to having a heart rhythm, electrocardiogram. I've got all my vital signs. This is a kind of not a really fashion watch here, but it's a little big. But basically, it's the Visi from Sotera Wireless. And what you can see is it has the cardiogram on the top, the heart rate, and then this is the first non-invasive blood pressure ever, continuous, beat to beat. And now you see the blood pressure waveform. You see that okay?
Yeah.
And you basically have a respiratory rate, oxygen in the bloodstream, temperature, all vital signs. Right here on your wrist, all non-invasive, every beat of the heart.
That's like an ICU on your wrist.
ICU on the wrist is a good description, Paul. But what it can do, first step, is to change all the hospital beds to monitor beds, which of course most of them are to make them like an ICU. But then, when it gets in the home and on the mobile front, what that basically sets up is looking at your phone, looking at your vital signs at any time. A culture of cyberchondriacs could be created.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. But for the right people, of course, it can make a huge difference.
Absolutely.
Now, there's another vital sign. You know, there's 400 million diabetics in the world, over 1 billion pre-diabetics. And one of the biggest problems is controlling blood sugars. And we've never had a way, you know, with finger sticks, about telcare, IDMHs can now get the finger sticks to the phone. We've never had continuous glucose going right to the phone until this Dexcom hyper innovation. And so what I'm wearing one of these sensors that basically gets the glucose reading from under the skin. And what you can see here from this device, this is a smartphone that has a connect to, I turned it right side up. I'm going to just turn it on. And there's my glucose right at this moment.
Wow, right on the home screen.
Every minute it's getting glucose. And then besides that, I tap on that, and I can see my glucose. This is the trend for 3 hours. You can see that. I can go to 1 hour, and 6 hours, 12 hours, you know, every single
all your
glucose.
pills there, right?
I shouldn't eat that muffin in the green room.
Right there.
But the fact that you can see everything you're doing as far as your glucose, right on your phone.
Incredible for diabetic.
First of a kind, really very striking. Okay. Now today was a big announcement by Life Technologies in San Francisco at the concurrent JP Morgan conference.
Right.
They were able to show that you can sequence a human genome with 6 billion letters in 2 hours, instead of what it takes at least a week now, at a cost what will be way less than $1,000. It's a big step. And genomics is really the way we can individualize each person's biology. And this is a handheld genome analyzer by DNA Electronics. And what you can do with this is the drugs that we take, prescription medicines, $300 billion a year just in the US.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, at least a third of that is waste because there's not a matching up of the drug with the person. So here you can just put a saliva specimen that's loaded in here and punch this, hit ready, and you'll get the particular letter that matches up whether you're going to respond to the drug or whether you're going to have a terrible side effect with the drug. And so we just run the test, and this is just not looking at the whole sequence, but just one key letter.
Right.
And here you see in 3 seconds to 1 second we have for Plavix the result. Very important drug, and you can see here the result of whether you should take Plavix or take a different drug. This is something that's really quite remarkable, and it's ready someday for your local drugstore while you wait to check if you will respond to the drug and you won't have a serious side effect.
So a new sensor that's going to go into my cell phone. It's just going to take my DNA sequence, tell me which drugs I should use.
You got it.
All right, I like
That's where we're headed.
More stuff in the phone.
This is what we call really digitizing man. And I just want to tell you about something that we're doing at Scripps, which is, we talk about wearable sensors, but this is an embedded sensor, a tiny nano sensor in the wrist or the finger. Now, we have recently come up with a gene signature for a heart attack. Heart attacks just don't happen suddenly, even though they're the #1 killer. They actually occur at least a week or 2 weeks ahead of time. We can detect the cells that are sloughing off the artery that cause the heart attack, and that can talk to the nanosensor. And then you've got an app, a ringtone to your phone saying you're going to have a heart attack.
That's a call you don't want to be getting.
You don't want to get that. And by the same token, juvenile immune-mediated diabetes, it takes 5 years.
Yeah.
We have a molecular signature for that. Before the pancreas is destroyed, this is our best chance to prevent type 1 diabetes. So these are the combinations of embedded sensors with smartphones and mobile wireless devices. It really is about digitization of man. It really sets up this creative destruction, this radical transformation through innovation. So it's such an exciting time in medicine.
That is amazing stuff. So thanks for making a house call with us today. Dr. Topol is going to be signing books in the Qualcomm exhibit area today from 11 to noon and on Wednesday from 10:30 to 11 if you want to meet him. So thanks again, Eric. All right, so this is really the perfect segue for our next topic and our guest. Because here at CES, there's really no better audience to understand the future of technology and its ability to reach and improve all areas of our lives. So I'm guessing that many of you probably remember the medical tricorder from Star Trek. Anybody remember that one? That's the device that Bones and Spock use to evaluate someone's medical condition. It'd be pretty cool to have one of those, huh? And those are close, but not quite there. So to realize this future, the Qualcomm Foundation is going where no one has gone before by pioneering new health technology. So our goal is nothing less than to revolutionize healthcare around the globe. And to do this, we're partnering with the X Prize Foundation, an organization that conducts mega competitions to incentivize breakthroughs like the ones needed to improve healthcare for all of us. So here to tell you more is the chairman and CEO of the X Prize Foundation, Dr. Peter Diamandis.
Thank you, Paul, and thank you to Qualcomm, the Qualcomm Foundation. We're extraordinarily proud to be partnering with such an extraordinary company to announce a transformative competition. But before I tell you about this competition, this revolutionary X Prize we're announcing, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the company and the organization that I run. So our mission at the X Prize Foundation is to drive radical breakthroughs for the benefit of humanity. We do this by putting out clear, measurable, objective goals and crowdsourcing the solutions, challenging teams around the world to literally make the impossible possible. So, in our goals here today, we are looking to drive an extraordinary set of breakthroughs, nothing less than transforming it. You know, we're living today in extraordinary times where small teams empowered by exponentially growing technologies can do what only large governments and corporations could do before. So, things such as going into space. Our first X Prize, you might remember, was a $10 million competition that challenged teams around the world to build private spaceships that could carry 3 adults up into space twice in 2 weeks. Funded by the incredible Ansari family. That competition was won in October of 2004 by Burt Rutan, backed by Paul Allen, and launched over $1 billion industry. And today, any of you can travel on a flight into space. So in addition to space prizes, we are now doing prizes in exploration, energy and the environment, education, global development, and life sciences. The next prize we launched was the $10 million Progressive Insurance Automotive X Prize. We challenged teams around the world to build cars that were beautiful, affordable, safe, fast, that could do over 100 miles per gallon or their energy equivalent. 130 teams entered that competition. The top 3 teams did 102 to 187 miles per gallon. Incredible what they could do. Most recently, you might have heard about the Wendy Schmidt Oil Cleanup X Challenge. Remember the BP oil spill was going on and on and on? We challenged teams to reinvent how do you clean up oil on the surface before it hits our shorelines. We had 350 teams, and the top 10 went head-to-head. The top winner quadrupled the best ability to clean up oil and baked the technology that's been around for 20 years. So now it's my pleasure to really talk about the competition that Paul and I are here to announce today, the Qualcomm Tricorder X Prize. You know, our goal is to take the technology that you saw Dr. Eric Topol demonstrate here light years forward, and really to bring the tricorder technology of Star Trek to life. Despite the astronomical cost of healthcare, the amount of money that's been invested, the system is broken. It's overloaded. It is basically bureaucratic. Access to healthcare is inefficient, inconvenient, bureaucratic. At worst, it's even inaccurate. The amount of medical data that our physicians need to handle is growing exponentially, let alone you as a patient trying to understand that. Today, the waiting room time to get an appointment, time to get an appointment with a doctor is 21 days you have to wait, and 2 hours in the waiting room. And by 2020 in the United States, we're going to be short 91,000 doctors. If you think that's bad, imagine places like Africa that have 25% of the disease burden, but only about 1% of the healthcare workers. So health happens every second of every day, no matter where you are, whether it's convenient or not convenient. The good news is that we do have incredible technologies like wireless sensing, cloud computing, lab-on-a-chip technology, digital imaging. Now, all of these technologies, if they can be integrated seamlessly into a user-friendly device, then that's our chance to bring the Tricorder X Prize to life. So what is this competition? First of all, it's $10 million in purse money. It's open to teams anywhere on the planet. And our goal, as Paul said, is to revolutionize healthcare, to provide it literally in the palm of your hands. We intend this competition to drive the convergence of all these technologies into a seamless, easy-to-use technology. So the winning team has to be able to do the following: diagnose yourself. Allow the individual to diagnose themselves without using a doctor or going to a physician or going to a hospital. And literally, it has to be easy and fun to use. So if we can do these things, if we can make this happen, then we are going to drive an era of healthcare abundance so that anyone on the planet with access to a mobile device, and believe me, given companies like Qualcomm, there are billions of people with mobile devices now who are able to have healthcare in the palm of their hands. So Paul, I know that you have been a Star Trek fan as long as I have, and in fact, you were talking about the tricorder for quite a while. So I'm very proud to be doing this with you, and look forward to coming back in 3.5 years, get a winner.
Let's have a real tricorder.
You got it.
All right, thanks a lot, Steve. We're really appreciate it. We're really excited. This is going to be amazing.
The website is QualcommTricorderXPrize.org, or just hashtag is tricorder. So enjoy, let's follow this competition. Have a great time.
Thanks a lot, Peter. So looking into the future, we're really only at the beginning of what's possible in mobile. And as you've heard, Qualcomm's working on many fronts to continue to drive that future, inventing new technologies and partnering with people like you. And one of the things that we really get excited about Qualcomm, one of the ways that I really motivate people, is that we have the opportunity to impact so many people's lives with the ideas we innovate. I mean, we're shipping more than 1 million chips every single day. And those chips find their way into mobile devices that change people's lives in some wonderful ways. So we're really excited about these trends that we talked about here this morning. And whether you're from a developed country or an emerging country, we really believe at the end of the day, we're all living in mobile countries. And everybody, everywhere, deserves access to all the things that mobile can do for us. There are incredible opportunities ahead in this new age of mobile. And we really want to hear your ideas about new connected business models or new ways to leverage the power of wireless into cool new devices and services. So we really hope that you'll think of Qualcomm as your technology partner on that journey. It's really no telling what we can accomplish working together. Because as we've seen here today, mobile is transformative. It empowers us, emboldens us, and it inspires us. And that at the epicenter of all that is you. So thanks everybody. Have a great time here at CES, and let's dance.